Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra League, showcasing another very powerful team featuring Alolan Sandslash. I have been itching to try a Slash in the Ultra League ever since I found out that it was getting drill run for Season 15 of Go Battle League, and it will be serving as the closer on this very powerful team here. I think it's best suited as a closer in the Ultra League, and also on this team, Galarian Stunfisk on the safe swap to draw out any potential fighters or pseudo-fighters that may be lurking in the back on the opponent's team. G-Fisk, always powerful and is able to really pressure shields or outright flip switch in certain circumstances, which is always what you'll want out of a safe swap. And also rounding out the team on the lead, we've got good old Virizion here running Leaf Blade. I did try out Stone Edge for a little bit, but on the lead, I do like Leaf Blade. It is really growing on me. It handles the water types, of course, quite well. It also gives it a little bit more flexibility up against Pokemon like Cresselia. Sandslash, very much improved for Season 15, and I had a lot of fun with it. But here we go. This is an awful lead. Nidoqueen. In its shadow form, we go into Stunfisk, and they meet us with a Surfetched. So I play a lot of Surfetched in the Ultra League, and I know firsthand G-Fisk traders love to bait, so I'm thinking they're going to try and call a bait, and we successfully land that EQ. That could not have worked out better, because that now means that we can flip switch with our G-Fisk. Would you believe that? Holy smokes. I knew that they were at just about back-to-back Leaf Blades, so we do have to shield one, and we can tank one, of course, and the Surfetched goes down. Costed us a shield, but we might be able to get that shield right back. Gonna go for this EQ here, and the Nidoqueen shields the EQ, as that would do massive super effective damage, and it looks like they're trying to farm down, but they're gonna be in for a rude awakening, guys. They now have to shield or go down with energy. Holy smokes. G-Fisk absolutely popping off in the Ultra League. You'd love to see it, my goodness. And they have a Shadow Wall Rain in the back, so this is looking like smooth sailing from here. Gonna go for the drill run, of course. Doesn't do a whole lot, but it does add up, and we do outpace. But we're gonna add insult to injury and look to catch some resisted damage. Having a little fun in the Ultra League. You'd love to see it yet again. And I do imagine they did not appreciate that. It was not trending in the right direction. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Guys, I'm telling you, any Pokemon that can address Giratina and Cresselia is A-okay in my book, and that is exactly what Sandslash does. And here we go. Had a Cresselia lead, we make a play in the G-Fisk, and we draw out the Swampert. G-Fisk is not only here to draw out the fighters or pseudo-fighters, but also any potential Swamperts or any other water types that may be lurking in the back, freeing up Sandslash to perhaps close strong. They do let our EQ go, as they do comfortably tank that. And we were trying to get to a resistant Rock Slide, but they are not messing around, going right for that Hydro Cannon. We do let that go, as that is not a flippable mid-game matchup. So we're not wasting shields on that. Gonna just come back in with Virizion and look to just go for a nice aggressive farm down here. They can throw whatever they want at Virizion. We tank it all, no problem. It does laughable damage, and we are just gonna absolutely load up on energy here. Like I said, not shielding a thing from the Swampert. They can throw whatever they want. It is not gonna help them. So they are gone, and now we're gonna aggressively pivot into our Sandslash, and they've got a Shadow Charizard in the back. This is it always gets a bit nerve-wracking with Charizard. I'm not going to lie, guys. Going for this Ice Punch. They do tank one. They're not going to be able to tank two, though. And the reason why it's so nerve-wracking is because are they baiting or are they going right for the nuke? They love to bait, especially when they're in their shadow form, because they know that most trainers are very likely to shield out of fear of the massive blast burn. So now I do imagine they go for it here. So we shield, and they bait again. Holy smokes. Oh, this trainer was so annoying. Going for this Ice Punch here, and I'm predicting that they will overfarm by one, so we're going to look to combo play them as they are in the middle of their wing attack animation. We get to this. We're saying bye-bye to the annoying Charizard. They go down with energy. And that is a massive obstacle out of our way. Sandslash is now looking really good as Cresselia is completely helpless up against Alolan Sandslash. We just go for these Leaf Blades until they decide to take us out. If they want to overload, that is fine as well. We are still very healthy. And they don't want to overfarm by much at all, really. They're just going to look to get rid of us as they see that these Leaf Blades with Stab were really starting to add up. And now it is smooth sailing. Cresselia is absolutely helpless against Alolan Sandslash, which is always very nice to see such a dominant Pokemon be absolutely helpless for once in Pokemon Go Battle League. Warms my heart as they do top left. It was not trending in the right direction for them. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I had a blast with Slash, and I did end up going with a purified one. It actually picks up some key matchups in the twos that I really like, but if you have a Shadow, by all means. But here we go. Had a Nightmare lead coming in the form of Giratina, so we make a play into our G-Fisk, and we are met with a Wall Rain. Not the greatest answer to G-Fisk. They do tank a Rock Slide, but they're going to have a very, very difficult time tanking too. Going to shield out the potential EQ because we do tank that. It's not fun for us, but I don't want to give them license to just spam off Icicle Spears because we don't win CMP, but they let that go. That's beautiful. We flip switch. Now we control the alignment. At the expense of a shield, but Sandslash, once it gets aligned onto this Giratina, will not need any shields whatsoever. And they go Dragon Claw on our G-Fisk. That's resisted, not going to cut it. Going for this Earthquake here. They do tank one quite comfortably. We do need 2 plus a few mud shots to get rid of this Giratina, but we're not overly concerned with getting rid of it. We just wanted alignment with our G-Fisk. This is just icing on the cake right here. Really putting pressure on this Giratina. I'm gonna look to go for this and grab a shield. Shields are now even, and I don't anticipate they will allow us to get to another move. They could have definitely farmed down, but they want to get rid of us with the Dragon Claw. Fine by me. Gonna come in with our Slash and go to work on this Giratina. Again, any Pokemon that can address Giratina and Cresselia, historically 2 of the strongest and most heavily utilized Pokemon in the Ultra League, is very much welcomed here, coming in the form of Slash, going for this Ice Punch, taking out the Giratina, and they've got a Drapion in its shadow form lurking in the back. We lose CMP tie to Drapion. Gonna let this go. We tank a Shadow Crunch, no problem, and gonna fire right back with a super effective Drill Run. They do also tank this, and they let that go. It's Virizion time. Virizion can bring this home for us, no problem. And the fact that they have yet to top left leads me to believe that this could be a Sludge Bomb. It is, but we don't care because we survive, and we were going to finish off that Drapion no matter what. And they recognize that as they do top left. That's going to be a good game. Well played. So if you have it, Alolan Sandslash, and you're wondering, is it worth building? I say yes, 100%. Here we go, Machamp, Shadow Machamp on the lead. If you're going to be met with one of these, this is exactly where you want to see it. Right here on Virizion. I wasn't too familiar with this matchup, to be honest, so we are just going to play out whatever shielding scenario they want to give us here. We're going for this Leaf Blade. That is the move you go for in all neutral or super effective situations, as it is a better charge move than Sacred Sword. It does more damage per energy. And we do shield their second cross-chopping. Going to fire right back with a Leaf Blade. We do outpace, and we are just one off. But they realize that, and they catch it onto a Charizard. Nice catch, trainer, but enjoy this G-Fisk. And I think that chip damage actually might have helped us. And we do outpace this Charizard here. We get to this Rock Slide, and we are saying bye-bye to yet another annoying Charizard. You'll love to see it. We get out of that scot-free. I think that Leaf Blade might have really helped. I'm not sure a Rock Slide would have KO'd from full health. So now we're going to pressure them to throw or threaten to lose their Machamp. We were going to go for that EQ. We wanted them to be energy dry because this thing is an absolute monster here. And they are a few counters off as they do catch this move here. We threw this to burn the clock because we saw that switch timer wasn't quite up yet. That wasn't a catch by them. That was intentional. We wanted to burn the clock just in case we needed our Virizion. You never know how things can go. So what we need to do here, we're faced with a Giratina. They caught on a Giratina. What we have to do, this is what absolutely has to happen. We have to leave this matchup with a move stored. They are 1 or 2 counters off from their next cross chop. I know that, so we have to leave this with a move stored, and we do. We've got the back-to-back. So this takes care of the Giratina, and the Machamp does not have a move stored. We say bye-bye to the Giratina, and we've got another move locked and loaded because we planned ahead. We are saying bye-bye to the annoying Shadow Machamp as well, courtesy of our closer, Alolan Sandslash in the Ultra League. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, this Alolan Sandslash team was putting in the work. Virizion has been amazing this season in the Ultra League. And here we go. Not with a lead like that. I had a Nidoqueen on the lead. We go into G-Fisk and we draw out a Walrein. Again, not the best answer, although the non-Shadow actually does a little bit better against G-Fisk as they comfortably tank a couple of these rock slides. And G-Fisk has a very difficult time farming down after 2. Gonna shield out of caution. It was an Icicle Spear bait that was very annoying at the time. Gonna go for another rock slide here, and they do see they live 2, and you can't farm down. You kind of have to throw 3 of these. I do believe we let this go. We do survive the EQ. And we're going to fire off the rock slide here and look to get rid of the Walrein and perhaps control the alignment here. But they shield. They want to control the alignment. They want the queen on the Virizion, so we're going to catch this. We're not flipping switch here. Going to rip off the Band-Aid and draw that Nidoqueen back out. We did bank a rock slide just in case we need it. And we, of course, do draw back out the Nidoqueen. They're going to throw immediately, not looking to overfarm by too much here. And we will fire right back with a Leaf Blade. Another situation where Leaf Blade can be quite nice. You can hit Nidoqueen for neutral damage. And now we decide to bring in our Sandslash. In hindsight, maybe should have brought in G-Fisk because that would have forced, at the very least, it would have forced them to throw energy. But we do make it to this drill run. They're likely wanting to get that last shield with an Earth Power. That does not KO. That was brutal. I don't even know. Maybe the Shadow does KO that, but if that was a Shadow Nidoqueen, that would have been a lot better for us because there's a Charizard in the back. We really needed that shield. That is unfortunate. So maybe a situation where the Shadow would have been a lot better for us. But again, most trainers run Shadow Nidoqueen, trying to catch here, trying to make something happen, but nothing's going to happen here for us. We're not going to get through that shield and land an Ice Punch. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, I was saying most trainers run the Shadow. If that was a Shadow, I think that Nidoqueen goes down and we save our shield. But it wasn't, and we did not, so we lose. Good game, well played to them. I'm telling you guys, it might be time to go Charizard hunting in the Ultra League. My next team might be targeting Charizard. We'll see. But here we go. This is primarily why we have Leaf Blade. Look at this lag. Holy smokes. But it does look like we were all caught up here. Didn't really miss out on any fast moves, but yeah, that lag was not good. But this is the primary reason why we're running Leaf Blade, guys, to address these Tapu Fini leads, as it is a nightmare for our back two Pokemon. And with Leaf Blade, that matchup's a lot more comfortable. They saw that Leaf Blade. They wanted no part of Virizion after seeing that. They bring in a Giratina, and we had just the answer lurking in the back, coming in the form of a Slash for this Giratina. It is so nice. So nice. Shutting down Giratina and Cresselia with a Slash. It's a thing of beauty. We don't have to shield anything from this Giratina. They can go Shadow Sneak. They went Dragon Claw in that first one, likely thinking that we were a lot squishy than we actually are. We actually have some pretty decent bulk here. And gonna fire off another Ice Punch, and we take out the Giratina in the zeros as expected. And they come back in with the Tapu Fini. So gonna just look to do what we can here. Chip away, get some nice damage in on this Tapu Fini. Oh, they let that go, just about KO'd. And they've got a Talonflame up a shield in the back, so we had to throw with awful timing here to get this off. And we grab the shield. That is beautiful. So now I'm calculating. Gonna bring in G-Fisk here. The Tapu Fini just about gone, so we're gonna sacrifice our Virizion here onto this Talonflame, catching that flame charge, utilizing Virizion as a third shield here. And I'm sure they know that we are not running Stone Edge, so they let this go. They saw Leaf Blade. It is not likely to see a trainer running Leaf Blade Stone Edge, although we do have one, by the way, guys. We've got 2 Virizions, but that is all beside the point. They do farm us down, and we just need back-to-back Rock Slides here, and we have to be careful of a catch. We let this first one go. It is boosted, but we're XL, and we tank that no problem, and they've got another one here for us, so we absolutely have to shield this one. And that was on the CMP, so this will likely grab their shield, and we really have to be careful of a catch, guys. We waited for them to throw that move, and that sealed their fate. We are saying bye-bye to the annoying Talonflame, and we're mud-shotting down the 1 HP Tapu Fini. G-Fisk coming in clutch, closing strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, this is likely one of the best A/Slash teams you can possibly run in the Ultra League right here. For reasons like this, we got a juicy Obstagoon lead. That's a beautiful lead. This is an even more beautiful safe swap that we get to counter with our Sandslash. I'm telling you guys, Giratina and Cresselia are no longer safe when A/Slash is lurking in the meta. It's a thing of beauty. Again, this Cresselia is absolutely helpless. They can go Future Sight all they want. It's not going to help them. And if you're wondering why we're going Drill Run, if you're thinking, hey, Ice Punch has Stab, why wouldn't you go for that? It's because Drill Run is a better overall move. The effectiveness of a charge move is based upon how much damage per energy it does, and Drill Run just does more damage per energy than Ice Punch, even with Stab. So, but we do go for the Ice Punch here. That's all we needed to get rid of this Cresselia on the CMP, and of course they do bring back in the Obstagoon. And we had a move waiting for this Obstagoon, going for that Drill Run on the Goon, getting some nice chip damage in, although we don't need it. We've got a Virizion. We shut down Obstagoon like you wouldn't believe. They know that, so they pivot into a Trevenant, so gonna align G-Fisk onto this Trevenant. We don't have Stone Edge, although if you're stuck up against the Trevenant, guys, those resisted Leaf Blades with Stab really do add up, just so that you guys know. But generally, Stone Edge is ideal for the Trevenant matchup. But yeah, we don't have Stone Edge. But we do have a G-Fisk that can outpace this Trevenant. That is something that we do have. We did shield up the Shadow Ball. Going to shield up all the Shadow Balls. Preserve health. We do not need shields to dispatch of that Obstagoon with our Virizion. They're going to have to start shielding at some point. Holy smokes. I was expecting the shield here, so we are going to pressure a shield at the very least here. But they let it go. Holy smokes. That's a misplay if I've ever seen it. I just basically wanted to get their shields because it was basically within resisted Leaf Blade range, but they let that go. Holy smokes. And this Obstagoon is absolutely farming for days, guys. If you ever see this, that means they are running one of the nuke moves, either Gunk Shot or Hyper Beam. I suspect that they're going to go for a Gunk Shot here. It should KO, but it's the Hyper Beam. Holy smokes. I hope it was worth it, trainer, because it's not going to help you. This thing is in Rock Slide range. We survive anything they throw. Likely. Oh, they're running Obstruct. Holy smokes. This is why you don't run Obstruct in this meta. Imagine not being able to fight back against Steel types, and they go down, running a really bad moveset on that Obstagoon. It might have cost them the game, but good game well played nonetheless. Oh, I was having a blast with Sandslash, and the minute I get a good Shadow, I might have to revisit as Shadow Sandslash, but until then, this one was doing just fine. Had a Nightmare lead coming in the form of Trevenant. We make a play in the G-Fisk, and we draw out the Pseudo Fighter coming in the form of Obstagoon. This one is actually running the right move you want to be running in this meta. They go for the Cross Chop. Does super effective, and we're going to fire right back with an Earthquake here. And we just play out the zeros and see what comes of it here. We do survive another Cross Chop. And we will survive these counters that don't have Stab and get to another EQ. Now, They either have to give us shield advantage or switch. We say bye-bye, they give us switch. We absolutely love to see it, holy smokes. Putting a lot of hope and faith into that Trevenant. You don't know what we have in the back trainer. Now you do. We have a Sandslash here. Going to shield up the Shadow Ball and look to take out this Trevenant here. Gonna go for the Ice Punch. Tried to go one over and they still managed to catch. Very nice catch by them. Beautiful catch. But that is a-okay because we had the alignment. Virizion absolutely shuts down Swampert. It's a thing of beauty. Another reason why Leaf Blade is always really nice on Virizion, although you don't need it. It's just a lot more comfortable. I mean, it's comfortable to begin with, but hey, who doesn't love one-shotting Swampert? I absolutely do. So that is exactly what we will do. We tank that resisted EQ. It does no damage. We say bye-bye to the Swampert. And now we will just look to pressure this Trevenant, but they are not messing around. They throw immediately. We survive a Shadow Ball with Stab from one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in the meta. That is Virizion at its best here in the Ultra League. Going for the Leaf Blade again. That is the higher DPE move, and it's only single resisted by Trevenant. Whereas Sacred Sword will be double resisted with the Ghost typing. And we go for the Fire Punch, grabbing the last shield. They are really looking good to go down with the ship. They have to bait. We know that. We let it go. We call that successfully. And now we will put this nerfed Trevenant out of its misery here in the Ultra League. We get to this, and we're saying bye-bye to the Trevenant. Sandslash doing its job on this team, and that is close the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, G-Fisk came in super clutch in that last one, allowing us to control the alignment to bring it home. Here we go. Juicy Registeel lead. They make a play into a Galarian Weezing, and we're going to meet this with our Sandslash here. We do get to these drill runs a little bit faster than G-Fisk gets to the Earthquakes. So this is the alignment that we wanted here. And they do give up an early shield. They do comfortably tank a drill run from Sandslash. And a shield out of caution just in case they wanted to throw us a curveball and go right for that overheat. But this is another brutal swing. We're letting this go. And going to fire right back with a drill run here. Again, it won't quite KO, but it will be getting the Weezing quite low. Now, I don't think we can quite... Yeah, we can likely farm down here. Going to shield out of caution and preserve some health on Sandslash because they will likely meet us with that Reggie. This is just another brutal swing. So they're running play rough. They're not running overheat. That's fine. We can put in work on that Registeel. But we really just wanted the alignment. I'm reading that there might be something else in the back that has to cover fighting. And anything that can cover fighting in this meta is likely going to be weak to a G-Fisk. So we really just wanted to control the alignment above all. And they're going to have to throw. They cannot farm us down with resisted lock-ons. And they do finally throw here. Flash Cannon, holy smokes. I've not seen one of those in a very long time. They've got a Dragon Breath Giratina. There's the anti-fighter. And like I said, anything that covers fighting for Registeel is going to be weak to a G-Fisk or a Steel type in general. They had Dragon Breath Tina, which means that we win. That is the team, my friends. Good game, well played to our opponent. And Sandslash was very, very refreshing. Again, first and foremost, it shuts down the two most commonly used and two most powerful Pokemon in the meta. That being Cresselia and Giratina. Any Pokemon that can address both of those staples of the Ultra League, very much welcomed in my opinion. Coming in the form of Sandslash, handles those beautifully, handles the fairy types, Alolan Ninetales, all other fairy types quite well. The poison types, Ace Slash with Drill Run, an excellent addition to the Ultra League meta. We just had to cover the fighters and pseudo fighters, and Virizion beats all of those with the exception of one. And that one being Toxicroak, but we don't see too many of those. So those are some very good odds to run Virizion, and we run it with Leaf Blade, mostly for Tapu Fini leads, but all other water types, it's really nice as well. And it has Stab, and it is one of the best charge moves in the entire game. I tried out Stone Edge, but I ended up liking Leaf Blade a lot better. You can catch a lot of those Jellicents off guard as well. And once they see Leaf Blade, they generally give you Switch real fast, guys. And then you round out that core with a very strong safe swap. As we saw in this video, G-Fisk was so clutch on the safe swap, allowing us to flip switch in most circumstances, and at the very least grab a shield advantage, which is all you could ever ask for out of a good safe swap. You pair all three of those together, and that's a recipe for a lot of success in the Ultra League. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.